Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And my question of today is, are you watching on PC, laptop, MacBook, whatever, or are you watching this on your phone? Put it in the comment section down below, and let's see what group is winning. Maybe I actually should not really be pushing people into groups like that. Maybe that's not a good thing, but still, comment down below and let's see what's the most used, and let's get on with the video. Starting it off, I want to briefly get back to our XRP to USD analysis from a little bit before, and I think we should next time also talk a little bit more about Bitcoin when we're going to be analyzing this stuff, because the bad part about it is, well, I'm still thinking of a couple of scenarios, one of them being that we have kind of a pattern like this going, where it's a, initial lowest point made with a higher low, another higher low, and possibly now another higher low. However, it is debatable as of this point, because I would have expected XRP to stay above the line right now, or at least try to, but as of this point, it is only staying above our zone. As you can see, the most bottom zone of the two. The rest is Fibonacci, which I have extended. I know it's kind of annoying to see everything, but since I'm the one creating it, I know what it's supposed to mean. yeah, don't tell my coding teacher that. So the thing is, there's also now a couple of things that can occur, and I've been reading through a lot of people's suggestions, and I'm guessing most people are bullish short term. Like, for example, this guy's here, Vince Prince, is very bullish on the, daily, so to speak. Like, on the next day, he's very bullish. However, he thinks longer term we're going down. This guy right here, which was also, liked by quite a lot of people, thinks we will go to about 26.5 and then either boom from there or crash from there. I'm thinking he means crash, as he's also saying short. And both of these, I believe, are actually shorts overall. But I don't know. I see some potential in this one, honestly speaking, guys. It just kind of depends, because to a certain degree, I'm like, well, we tested the top of the zone so many times. And again, I'm going to show you guys quickly. So we got into it once, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. We breached past it once. Again, wasn't a sustained move. By the way, if I wanted to trade this, I would go for a initial candle breaking out, then a second green one confirming it. In this case here, the green one that's confirming it, though, is so reluctant looking, where I would have probably not taken it yet. Would have probably waited for a little bit more. And yeah, you can see it just fell back down, and now even another test more, which could also show that from this point on forward, it's going to be going like this. Literally a downtrend that has now started. It just depends on how long you want to take this one, and how we're going to be viewing it. But those are the two likely scenarios. Either very bullish, we continue on the move that we made from the end of September, or pretty damn bearish, where we are going to have to short here, pick ourselves up a couple more dollars, even though there is still then a small amount of money to be made here. Let's see, it's about a 3.5% or so that we could gain here. Again, this all depends on leverage as well, and it still does not say anything. I'm just sharing with you guys exactly what I found and what I'm thinking, as I told you guys I would do. All right, I promised you guys, I made a vow to always be completely 100% honest with whatever I tell you guys, and that's exactly what you're seeing here right now. It could be that we are so dumb. By the way, I have to look up the Growth Masters Academy real quick, because I told you guys to check it out, but still, I think a couple of you guys have not checked it out yet, so make sure you do that. Here, you can see, check it out. Cool video, only made for you guys, so go ahead and look. Then, a very popular article just popped up, guys. It is by Einstein, and I recognize the title, all right? Because I talked about this article about 3 days ago, or 2 days ago, and I know it very well, because if you guys have actually pressed it instead of just liked it, you would know that this article comes from 2016. It's been out there for a little while. It's actually been 4 whole years. That is actually also crazy if you start to think about that. At the time, most people watching right now weren't even here. That's crazy to think about, guys. But I think a lot of people don't know, even though, again, some know. I think a lot of people don't know that this is very, very old stuff. Here, a lot of them are noticing. A lot of them are noticing. Then why did it get so much attention? I don't know. But again, good for our brother Einstein, so I think it's fine. Moving further though, because this is old stuff, I don't really have much to tell you on this one. Just that the connections might still be there or something along those lines. But what do you want me to say about that? I can't fully speculate on those partnerships and how they're doing, because what do we know, right? What do we know about the R3? Well, I don't think we know anything of the sort that I should update upon now that's relevant to the situation. I don't think so. What is relevant though is talking a little bit about Ethereum. Why? Because it just had a pump and dump, which in my opinion is always important to report upon, because, well, it might save you some money. And it might also give you some insights in what crypto do, because yes, crypto do sometimes have pump and dumps, and you should be careful for it. And yeah, now you know. So it had a 50% spike on Binance just to crash 50% immediately afterwards. Yeah, you got to know those things sometimes, man. A high of $571 and then a perpetual contract to only drop down to $197. So again, it's perpetual contract, so it's not as important either way. But maybe it's cool to sometimes think about how crazy things can be pumped. Talking about those crazy pumps, I should actually be talking a little bit more about BTC as well. Let's see if we can actually get BTC in this guy, BTC USD. Let's see which one we're gonna go for. Bitstamp here. Hopefully it's a clean chart. It is completely clean. Okay, that is perfect. So, how far do we want to take this one? It's actually the 4 hour. Let's go to a daily. Let's give ourselves some insights here. So, I'm also going to say from this one that it kind of looks like there's just a continuation of the uptrend that was started all the way back in March. At least that's what it's looking like for me right here. That literally this is a new move made, and we really have only made higher lows as of that point anyway, right? Literally, if you take a little bit of a look at Bitcoin, we started out from this area right there. Let's quickly zoom in just a little bit more, if I can do that briefly. There we go. That's the first low. Then it kind of depends on where you want to draw the second one. We can either fetch this one right here, which kind of looks significant, not that much. We might get this as a lower point. Again, kind of a big wick right there. We could pick this. I mean, it's not really a low, though. I'm going to say this one is definitely another low point. And then the next one is kind of in the making right now, right? Where it's also, of course, higher highs with this one. I guess this whole move was like one higher high. Here, it made another high, another one, and then here is supposedly making another one, depending on what the move is going to be doing now. But it's definitely at a higher high, as I guess logic can tell. So for Bitcoin, I would say we're actually quite positive. And I've seen a couple of you guys compare the numbers from before to right now, giving us some crazy percentages. But I don't really know yet how much I believe that type of stuff, where you just take, I don't even know which one of these things it is under anymore. I think it's this one. However, let's skip that. It's where you take this movement right here and relay that on exactly what's happening right now, and then try to compare how much gains we should be having. I even saw Blockchain Backer do this with the 2012 move, I believe. I think, of course, it was a different time frame. I don't know if it was monthly or which one it was. Let's see. We have to scroll a little bit back. No, it was most likely like a weekly or so. There we go. So now it was most likely even lower than that, but it's just to give you guys an idea where he took this big move in 2012, and he portrayed that on where this 2017 move should have gone. And one of the numbers that he states is about 80,000 because Bitcoin did not get to that point yet. However, there's multiple ways to see this. There's multiple ways to go about this. I think one of the coolest things you can do for yourself is, first of all, appreciate how far we've already gotten. And if you zoom out, how positive the chart is actually looking. I want to briefly take a look at XRP actually once more to see if the zoomed out chart like that also is looking this positive. Because, well, it is not. If you look at it from kind of the same angle, it's way more positive for Bitcoin than it is for XRP. Let's actually go to a different XRP chart. I don't want to delete this yet because I want to follow it, and I'm too lazy to draw it again. Yeah, so for Bitcoin, quite interestingly, it is not at all as the same looking. So still we can say that March is the beginning of a new uptrend, but it's kind of different for these, all right? It's kind of different. However, again, this is also because this huge surge is a lot bigger for XRP than there was for Bitcoin, especially it being in such a short time frame here. Bitcoin had a little bit more time to gain, because as you can see here, the first bullish candle was 11th of December, and the last one is in the 1st of March, that week. Again, it's the whole week. But that would mean, let's quickly take a little bit of a look. Lowest point here, about right there. Highest point right about there. It's about 1,249% that it's looking like here, in just a span of about, 3 weeks, even less. I think, again, if you zoom in a little bit better, you can still see those crazy moves if you just take a little bit of a look at that. And I think for Bitcoin, even though the percentage might be the same, it's over a longer term, which makes it a little bit less severe. Here, let's zoom in. Let's see. It is about 22 days, about 1,200%. And Bitcoin, let's see it once more, what that has done. If we zoom out a little bit, where are we going to take the starting point? I would say the starting point would have to be somewhere around here, right? From when the bull run really kind of started. Maybe the big upsurge can kind of start here, or the really big move was started right around this one or so, but it's a lot more difficult. So whatever you're going to take here, it might, in terms of percentages, be relatively a lot higher. It's, again, 200 days that we're looking at here right now, and let's see if we can look at it from here. It would still be about, again, 150 days or so if we took it from this point on forward. Yeah. So that's again where the difficulty lies. If you take that point, it's only 500% though. So again, to kind of conclude with Bitcoin, where if we take the fib actually from that move that we just made, which one is the fib again under? Guys, again, I'm not a genius here. There we go. It's on the MacBook. It is Option F, I think, but I sometimes forget. I'm used to trading on the computer, so whatever. Let's say we were to take the move all the way. I know it's not the best way to do it. Let's say we were. It actually fits quite well, where we had two tests. So I would say one right here and another one just right now a couple of weeks ago. And this is the first time that we've actually really breached it all the way since this big bull run, which means that we are on a very, very nice pace. And, it kind of depends on if you want to include this one. I mean, right now we've really passed it. Here it's kind of a up and down type of endeavor, what I'm kind of witnessing. This is the first time we've breached that, so there's definitely a lot of room to grow for at least $16,000. Which is definitely going to be one of my targets for Bitcoin. With XRP, again, that's a lot more difficult to do. Where are we going to put it at? What area are we going to be looking for? What we could do, though, is take a look at Bitcoin and kind of compare results. So I think one of the options is we take the same amount of time from Bitcoin. So, for example, we take November 15th to right around, let's say here, how much is this? This is December 18th, for example. A span of 1 month, it did about 250%. If we kind of compare that in the last phase, the last run of the bull run, to what XRP has been doing, and then again, maybe this last, run that Bitcoin can do, and compare those percentages as well, then maybe we're going to get to something. But I'm not going to be trying that. I think maybe it's interesting to see how much there's still left to go for all-time high for Bitcoin. It's about 42%. And for XRP, it is about 1,500%. Okay. Yeah. So this chart, I'm going to say, looks a lot like we are going to see some very good times coming for Bitcoin. On minimum, I think another 13% will come. And if we take a look at XRP, let's go for another XRP. Let's check the big bull run one. If we were to go put the fib in from lowest point right about there to about highest point right around there. Yeah, we even have a long way to go to our first level at right around 93 cents, which would be a significant move. Let's quickly press shift. Let's do that. It's about 300% that we could be seeing here. If Bitcoin were to make that same move to the next fib level, XRP might as well. Who knows? Who can tell? It's just some interesting stuff I've been looking at and I've been thinking about. Again, this stuff is not financial advice. This stuff is not to do anything like that. It's just my thought process. I'm just thinking aloud here with you guys. I'm not saying go ahead and buy it. I'm not saying you should do anything like that. We can also check another fib actually here from the lowest point just right there in March up to the highest point we got to recently. And we then have to zoom in significantly. Is there a faster way to zoom in than what I'm doing here always? With my computer, with a mouse, it's okay. With this trackpad, I really hate my life sometimes. So I don't know if there is a way. And by the way, if you watch this far, make sure you check out the Growth Masters Academy and make sure you press the like button on this video. Let's briefly put that right on there. All right. Is there something to conclude from this? As of this point, I would say kind of no. All right, the levels do not line up perfectly here, which might be some discrepancy on the chart. Might not showcase it perfectly. Maybe I should have done it a couple levels more down. Because, I mean, this one is looking rather interesting, and this, yeah, it's the same one. This one is looking rather interesting, so exactly the 0.5. For the rest, though, it's really hovering around the minus 0.3, 382, yeah, fib. On the contrary, it's really hovering, which kind of makes me doubtful about the whole situation, about what exactly it is planning to do. It's kind of looking like it's trying to stay above there, but whatever way you look at it from, it is really showcasing a line like this. Whatever way I look at it from, it is looking like a positive line. All right, we might have breached it just here. I don't know about that, but it is looking like something positive. So my guess is going to be this little small moment will decide whether or not we follow along with this trend, or whether or not a bigger trend is going on, possibly looking like that. Again, it kind of depends on what's going to happen in the short term here, because this one also would make a lot of sense that this is the one we're going to draw. Kind of depends on exactly where the candle are gonna be coming in the next couple of days and what we're going to be seeing from that perspective. But yeah, share with me in the comment section and on Twitter and stuff as well what you guys are thinking about XRP. You know, what do you guys think about the price? Should we grab ourselves some more, or what should we do in that respect? I think we're definitely bullish right now. We're in some bullish territory. But again, I'm just a random guy on the internet. I don't know anything, so don't take my word for it. I got some more articles popping, though. Tesla meets crypto as FTX launches fractionalized stock trading. That was a very interesting article. I have not read anything along these lines in a very, very good while, especially Tesla getting into something like that. The innovative cryptocurrency futures exchange, FTX, has launched fractionalized trading in stock derivatives. So I really wonder what it takes to get those licenses. But they're a German licensed investment firm. Maybe in Germany it's pretty simple to get those things done. I don't really know. I think in the US it's a chore. You know, it's definitely not going to be simple. And I also don't know how long these things last and how they are with AML and KYC. It's always a very difficult road to take, but maybe this is pioneering for something. I don't know. It's just always good to see it happening, and I'm very excited about it. Then skipping this one for a second, Trump hits at stopping powerful big tech in the latest get out of the vote tweet. I'm going to be talking about this in my next video because I had some strong opinions about it, but I want to take my time and do this at the start so a lot more people are watching. Because if you're watching this far, type crunchy, crunchy, or no, type Dusty, that is crazy on the price, man. Just type that down below, like, oh man, that is crazy. Can the price really do that? Let's make all the people that are just clicking on the video completely confused, like, oh, the price, is it going to do something that insane? And they're all going to be watching, they're going to be like, whoa, what's it going to do? And then they noticed, they were debated. I think that would be pretty damn funny. So, or just type crunchy, if you don't want to bait people, maybe you're not a douche like that, then don't. But yeah, going on a little bit, I guess, because this, I want to really take my time for. I have a couple of opinions on that I want to express, but I want to wait for the beginning of the video. Some more people are there. Gold drops to 7 ounces per Bitcoin as Peter Schiff calls Bitcoin biggest bubble. Gold sinks to yearly lows against Bitcoin, but Peter Schiff remains convinced that the former's price gains are ill-gotten. This guy, he is trying to get so much attention by his predictions and his claims, but we all know he is just doing this for more attention on him. All of these things are giving him so many followers, so much extra money. So I can really understand why he's doing that, but I've kind of started to ignore Peter Schiff here because he just keeps going on. He's never stopping. He keeps calling it a bubble. I'm going to say screw that guy. Really, screw that guy. Why does it keep going on like that? Stop. Keep it to a minimal. Even if you think it's a bubble, you don't have to call it out every single day and say gold is the big thing. Because to some degrees, gold are also kind of stupid. you know, it's just how far you want to take it. But guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video.